The city of Medina had witnessed many historic moments. It had seen the arrival of Muhammad, the birth of a community, and the spread of a message that would change the world. Among the people of Medina lived two young men who carried the legacy of the Prophet in a very special way. They were his grandsons, Hasan ibn Ali and Husayn ibn Ali. From their childhood, the people had seen the love the Prophet showed them. Many companions remembered the moments when the Prophet would hold the two boys close and treat them with affection and honor.
Years passed, and the Muslim world expanded far beyond Arabia. New lands, new cities, and new people had entered the growing Muslim community. But along with expansion came new challenges.
After the time of the early leaders of the Muslim community, the leadership eventually came to Ali ibn Abi Talib, the father of Hassan and Hussein. Ali was known for his justice, wisdom, and courage. Yet his time as leader was not peaceful. The Muslim world was facing internal conflict and political disagreements. Different groups had different views about leadership and authority. Despite these challenges, Ali continued to guide the community with patience and strength. But one day, tragedy struck. In the year 661 CE, Ali was attacked and later passed away from his injuries. The news spread quickly across the Muslim lands. The people were shocked. For Hassan and Hussein, it was not just the loss of a leader, it was the loss of their father. Now a new question arose. Who would lead the Muslim community? Many people turned their eyes toward Hasan ibn Ali.
In the city of Kufa, where Ali had governed, the people gathered and pledged their loyalty to Hasan ibn Ali.
Hasan was now stepping into a role that carried enormous responsibility.
He was respected by the people, not only because he was the grandson of the Prophet, but because of his character. He was known for generosity, patience, and humility. However, the political situation was far from simple. In the region of Syria, another powerful leader had control, Muawiyah I. Muawiyah had been governing Syria for many years and had built strong support there. He also believed that he had a legitimate claim to leadership. Now the Muslim world faced a dangerous situation.
Two leaders, two centers of power, and the possibility of another civil war. Armies began to gather.
Supporters of Hassan prepared themselves for battle, believing they must defend their leader. But Hassan was watching the situation carefully. He understood something very important. If war broke out between these two sides, it would not simply be a battle between armies. It would be Muslims fighting Muslims, and the cost would be devastating. Thousands of lives could be lost. Families could be destroyed, and the unity of the Muslim community could be shattered. Hassan had the power to fight, but he also had another option.
As the tension grew, both sides moved closer to conflict. Soldiers gathered. Banners were raised. The atmosphere felt heavy with uncertainty. Many people expected that a major war would begin soon.
But Hassan made a decision that few expected. Instead of pushing toward battle, he opened the door for negotiations with Muawiyah I. For some of his supporters, this was confusing. They believed that Hassan had the right to lead and that they should fight to defend that right. But Hassan was thinking about something bigger than political power. He was thinking about the safety of the Muslim community. He knew that war could cause wounds that might take generations to heal. So discussions began. Messengers traveled between the two sides. Conditions were discussed carefully. Eventually, Hassan proposed a solution that would change the course of history.
He would step down from leadership under certain conditions, allowing Muawiyah to govern the Muslim lands.
But there was an important understanding within this agreement. The leadership would not become a permanent hereditary monarchy, and after Muawiyah's time, the community would again decide its leadership. For Hassan, this was not a defeat, it was a sacrifice. He was giving up political authority in order to prevent a devastating civil war. When the agreement was finally reached, the armies that had been preparing to fight slowly stepped back. The war that many feared would happen never began. Thousands of lives were saved. History would later remember this moment as one of the most important acts of peace in early Islamic history.
After the treaty was completed, Hasan ibn Ali left political leadership and returned to a quieter life. He moved back to Medina, the city where his grandfather had once walked the streets and guided the community. In Medina, Hasan focused on teaching, worship, and helping people. Those who met him often spoke about his generosity.
Leader, the people still support you.
Peace for the community is greater than power.
He is the grandson of the messenger.
And yet he chose peace for us all. Your kindness inspires many. May God reward your generosity.
There are many stories about how he helped the poor and shared what he had with those in need. Sometimes he would give away large portions of his wealth simply to support others. His life became a powerful example of humility and compassion. Meanwhile, Hasan ibn Ali continued to live alongside his brother. The two brothers remained close and supported each other through the changing times. For a while, the Muslim world experienced stability under Muawiyah's rule, but history was slowly moving toward another turning point. Years later, Hasan would pass away in Medina. His death deeply affected his brother Hussein and the many people who respected him. With Hasan gone, a new chapter of history began to unfold. The leadership of the Muslim world would soon pass to a new ruler, Yazid I, and that moment would place Hussein in a position that would test his courage, faith, and principles. A decision would soon be demanded from him. A decision that would eventually lead to a place that the world would never forget, Karbala.
And the story of that journey was only just beginning.